Okay, so let me just share my screen.
Okay.
Okay, for today we're gonna go with task 47. So as usual, we're gonna answer 4 questions, right? Questions 1 to 4. And then after that, we are going to discuss your answers. And if time permits, or if we still have some time left, we're gonna have a post test as well. Okay? Are you
Okay.
ready?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Let's begin with. Oh, you have pen and paper with you?
Yes. Okay.
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 Okay. Let's start with question number 1. Okay. Good luck.
Do you agree or disagree with the following statement? In the future, people will read fewer books than they do today. Use specific examples and details to support your opinion.
You have 15 seconds to prepare. Okay. 15 seconds.
I have a question. I
Yes.
think like I done this part, text 47, the book.
Really?
Yes, the read. Yes,
With
and
Ria
yes, this Friday.
this Friday?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So she used my material again.
Mm,
Okay. Then we'll go to the next one. Would that be okay with you? Okay.
okay,
Task 48. Are you done with this one or not yet?
not yet.
Not yet. Okay, hold on. Let me just adjust my screen for this one.
Okay,
Hold on. Just give me like a second perhaps. Okay, because
okay.
I didn't know that she used my material again in
Oh,
here. Task 2. Really? Hold on.
okay,
Okay. Okay, let's start with question 1 then. Okay. All right. Let's have number 1.
Some people like to shop in large grocery stores and department stores. Other people prefer to shop in small specialty stores or shops. Which do you prefer? Explain why.
Okay, you have 15 seconds to prepare. 15 seconds starts now. Good luck. Okay, time's up. All right, you have 45 seconds. Are you ready?
okay.
Okay. All right, let's start with your answer, please.
I agree with the idea that go to a large department is the better choice. And I feel this way for the following reasons. First, in a large department, I can buy various products in there. So it is more convenient for me to, if I have to buy several products or items that I want to buy. And also, in a large department can find something new in there. And this is why I feel this way.
Okay. All right. We'll go with question 2 this time. Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Let me just share my screen. Okay, you have some time to read. Hold on. Let me just, I think the screen is a little bit too small. Okay. All right. You have 45, sorry, you have 50 seconds to read. And yeah, after 50 seconds, we'll listen to the audio. Okay. All right. Let's start. Good luck. Okay, time's up. All right, let's try to listen to the audio. Good luck.
Now listen to two students discussing the letter.
Did you see this letter?
Yeah, it's a nice idea, but it'll never happen.
Why do you say that?
Well, first of all, you can get on a bus right here on campus, and in half an hour, you're downtown at the County Art Museum.
That's true.
And if you show your student ID card, it only costs like $2 to get in.
Yeah, in fact, on Mondays, students get in for free.
Right. And you can see some of the greatest art in the world there. For example, you know Rembrandt, the famous Dutch painter?
Yeah.
Well, right now they're showing something like 20 of his paintings.
Wow.
Yeah, and you know, it's true. We do have a lot of very generous alumni, but we're already asking them for help building a new student center and a new library. And those are both very expensive projects.
Yeah, that's right.
So I don't think we can expect them to donate much money for anything else anytime soon, especially for something we don't really need.
The man expresses his opinion about the letter writer's proposal. Briefly summarize the proposal, then state the man's opinion and explain the reasons he gives for holding that opinion.
30 seconds to prepare your answers. You may start. Good luck. Okay, time's up.
Okay.
All right, hold on. Let me just adjust my screen. Okay, you have 60 seconds to speak. Okay,
Okay.
you may start. Good luck.
According to a letter, the students suggest that the university can build an art museum in campus. And the men in the conversation disagree with the idea because he thinks that there are no necessary for school to build an art museum because it was already have a museum near the school and it is free for Monday for students to visit. And in second, the school already have the student center and library have to build. And the man thinks that the student don't have another money to build an art museum.
Okay. All right, we'll go with question 3.
Okay.
Time. Okay, same 50 seconds to read and yes, let's start. Good luck. Okay, time's up. All right, let's try to listen to the audio this time. Okay, good luck. Sorry, hold on.
Okay.
Okay, hold on, let me check. My audio isn't playing.
Okay.
Okay, I think there's something wrong with the audio.
Okay.
Okay, it's in here. All right, it takes time, so let's just wait a little bit for question 3.
Okay.
Now listen to part of a lecture from a biology class.
All right, so I've got a good example of this. There's a bird, a species of crow, that lives near the water, and it feeds on a type of shellfish that has a hard outer shell. In order to eat this shellfish, the bird has to crack open its hard shell. So, when this bird feeds, what it does is it dives down out of the air into shallow water, grabs a shellfish in its mouth, then carries the shellfish up in the air. It then drops the shellfish, lets it fall onto the rocks below. When the shellfish hits the rocks, its shell cracks and splits open, and the bird can eat it. Now, this bird, this crow, doesn't just swoop down, grab the first shellfish it sees, and then fly up to any height and let it fall. Instead, it does two things. First, it carefully selects only the biggest shellfish. That means it's going to get the biggest possible meal for its efforts. Okay? Second, it carries the shellfish up to a specific height, about 5 meters, and drops it from there. If the bird dropped the shellfish from a lower height, it would have to pick it up and drop it too many times in order to break the shell. On the other hand, if the bird carried the shellfish up to a higher altitude, an altitude higher than is necessary to crack the shell, it'd be wasting energy. So, this bird expends just the right amount of energy, no more, no less, that it needs to obtain just the right kind of food.
Using the example from the lecture, explain the concept of optimal foraging.
Okay, so you have 30 seconds to prepare for this one. And then, yep, your time starts. Good luck. Okay, time's up. All right, you have 60 seconds. You may start. Good luck.
Optimal forage is one kind of animal behavior that can save animals energy for a living. And in a biology class, the professor used a kind of bird, for example. He mentions that the bird, it lives near the water and it will catch the shellfish in the shallow water. And the bird will catch the biggest shellfish and fly to the specific height and then drop the shellfish on the rock so that the bird can save more energy because they don't need to over and over to drop the shellfish. And it can also eat the meat.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much. Let's go to question 4 first.
Okay.
Okay, let me just share my screen for question 4. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, let's start. Good luck.
Listen to part of a lecture in a business class.
Okay, so we've been discussing how companies use advertising to help sell their products. Now, although advertisements can benefit companies, there are people who are critical of advertising because of certain environmental problems it can cause. So let's talk about 2 ways advertising can be seen to negatively affect the environment. One way is by wasting natural resources, like trees, by advertising to consumers who do not have a need for the product or service. The advertisement's irrelevant or useless for them. For instance, a piece of mail I got advertising a kitchen renovation service, a whole big booklet, lots of paper, about different ways to remodel your kitchen, changing the floors, adding new cupboards or appliances. But this was all a lot of wasted paper, wasted trees, because I don't even own my place. I rent an apartment. So a kitchen renovation service is irrelevant to me. I can't use it. And I'm sure that booklet was mailed to lots of other people who also rent and who just threw the booklet in the trash because they have no need for a kitchen renovation. Now, additionally, advertising can have a negative effect on the natural beauty of the environment. People are often less able to enjoy the beauty of the natural surroundings if there are large advertisements blocking their view of the landscape or distracting them from the natural beauty around them. Let's face it, no matter how beautiful an area of nature is to begin with, its beauty is damaged by visible advertisements. So, like, for example, this happens with big advertisements on the side of roads, huge billboards. Say there's a road passing through a beautiful area in the mountains, but there are all these big billboards advertising restaurants and products along the side of the road. The land is naturally very beautiful, but you can't fully appreciate it. The big billboard advertisements get in the way.
Using points and examples from the lecture, explain 2 ways that advertising can negatively affect the environment.
Okay, you have 20 seconds to prepare. 20 seconds starts now. Good luck. Okay, time's up. All right, you have 60 seconds to speak. You may begin.
In the business class, the professor used 2 examples to explain why advertising will produce negatively impact. And first, she mentions that there are waste on the resource because the professor, she rent a house, but she received the book that, well, the book can help her decoration her kitchen, but she don't need the book. So usually she will just throw out the book. And second, the advertising will let the environment beauty damage. And because the advertising usually on the side road, so it will block the view.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I think, yeah, there are some missing information, but yeah, thank you
Okay.
so much for answering, Vivian. Let's try to discuss your answers first. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, let me just go back to question 1. Okay, so some people like to shop in large grocery stores and department stores. So other people prefer to shop in small specialty stores or shops. Okay, so your answer should be 1 only. Okay, which do you prefer? So you have to choose one and then you
Yes.
have to explain why. Okay. All right. So based on your answer, you mentioned that the following reasons, right? You have to be very specific with how many reasons you're gonna give. How many did you give? I think you gave 2.
Yes.
Okay. You just have to say 2 reasons. Okay. We normally use following if it's like, I mean, following is fine, but if you want to be specific, just mention the number.
Oh,
Okay.
because I was consider that if I can say the number 2 reasons
Mm-hmm.
for this question. So I just say, oh, following reason because I'm not sure.
What do you
If
mean you're not sure?
because I'm afraid that in the first example I will say too long. So I
Okay.
can't provide the second example. But I
Mm-hmm.
see the time I have more like 10 or 15 seconds. So I think, oh, maybe I can provide the other example for this question.
Hmm? You know what, like, in that case, if you have two answers, you have to try your best. You cannot just say like, oh, maybe I will like take too much time on example number one. Then make your first example short, okay? Because when you say the following reason, that's already plural. So whether
Oh,
you say one or two, you have to stick with two, okay? Because if you only have one answer, you will say for this reason,
oh,
okay? For this reason. But when you say for the following reason, that means it's more than one
okay.
answer already. Okay? All right.
Oh,
So, yeah, and you only have two answers. So that's okay. Following reason or for two reasons. But if you want to be very specific, just say two. Okay?
okay.
Okay. All right. Let's focus on your answer. Your answer was because we can buy various products and it's more convenient for you.
Yes.
Um, you said various products, but you didn't mention what kind.
Oh,
You can give an example. What
like
example?
some fruits or vegetable or some shampoo.
Okay. Um, Fruits and vegetables are specific, so you can say food choices. Okay, and toiletries, like daily things that you need when you go to the toilet, like if you wanna, take a bath, wash your face and stuff. So you say toiletries as
Toilet.
well. Okay. All right. Yeah. But you can just say like, yeah, if you want to say a variety of them, then you can say shampoo. Shampoo is too specific. You say things that you use when you take a bath. Okay, so we say toiletries,
Toilet.
actually.
Or
Okay.
the daily product.
Sorry?
The daily product.
Too general.
Oh, too general.
Yeah.
Okay.
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 So we have to be very specific. So food choices, this is okay. Toiletries would be okay as well.
Okay.
When you say daily product, like which one, right? Because it's still not very specific as well. Okay, so just give one like because we can buy various products from food down to toiletries, and you also mentioned it's more convenient, right? Okay, in what way is it more convenient?
Because you won't go to the other place to buy another product like food because the
Mm-hmm.
department store also include the food and toiletries.
Oh, I think it's the same answer as your first reason, like can buy different things, can buy various products. So, yeah, when you say convenient, it means there are lots of choices, right? That's what you mean when you say convenient. Therefore, your first answer and second answer are the same thing, actually. So, you just focus on convenient. Okay, it's more convenient because I can buy a variety of products from food down to toiletries. Okay. Or you can say daily necessities.
Right.
Yeah. Like everything that you need on a daily basis, from food, from clothes down to toiletries and stuff as well. Okay. So instead of saying toiletries, instead of saying food, daily necessities would be okay. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. All right. Other questions, please? Here.
No.
Okay. Your second reason was something new in there, but you didn't mention what kind of new.
Mm, something new product like because the shop have a lot of product that
Okay.
might have some I usually don't see it in the
Mm-hmm.
convenience store.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
find out the new product like the new kind of battery or the dog food, some
Mm-hmm.
kind, some kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Do you necessarily need to give two answers here, or one would be fine with
I
you?
think I am better
It is
to
better.
provide. Yeah, I am better to provide one example.
Okay, not I am better. Okay, it's better.
It's
Okay, I think it's better too.
it's better to provide one example and reasons for
Mm-hmm.
me
One
in
reason.
question one.
Yeah, so one reason and then example. Okay, for the example, you can give more than one, but the reason is only one. Let's say, if you want to say it's more convenient because I can find daily necessities or I can find new things that I don't find
Mhm.
in convenience stores. So meaning you can give more examples, but with only one reason. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Let's try with questions here for one.
Yep.
None. Okay. We'll go to number two. So for number two, we have here an art museum at the university. Okay, so the man expresses his opinion about the letter writer's proposal. Briefly summarize the proposal. So you have to summarize the proposal first, and
Yes.
then you have to state the man's opinion and explain the reasons for giving that opinion. Okay, his opinion, is it positive or negative? Does it agree or disagree?
I think he disagreed, but he also think it is the new idea, but
Mm-hmm.
he he just said, "Oh, I think it's a great idea, but it won't happen."
Mm-hmm. Okay, so technically he disagrees,
Yeah.
actually. Okay. All right. So let's start first with the letter writer's proposal. Okay, what is the letter writer proposal?
Okay. And the students suggest that it can they can build an art museum at university
Mm-hmm.
for students to visit.
Mm-hmm. That's the what do you call this? The main point
Yeah,
of, you know,
the,
the announcement. Okay, so let's start here. Okay, many universities have their own art museums with collections of paint and sculptures by well-known artists. I think our university should create a similar museum on our campus. Such a museum would give our students an opportunity to learn to appreciate high quality fine art, and it would be a great way for us to see artworks that we might not have access to otherwise. Okay, in order to pay for the museum, okay, the university could write letters to alumni asking them to donate money to help build the museum. I'm sure many former students would love and would be glad to donate money. Okay. All right. So yeah, so the guy disagrees with
yes,
the suggestion, right? Okay, because what was your
um,
reason?
because he thinks that I'm not quite sure the the one
Reason
kind
number
of
one.
yeah reason number one. Because I think it's it said he said there's already have a museum near the school and
Mm-hmm.
students visit it for free on Monday,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. And for the second reasons, the man he said, there are student center and library have to build, so the student probably won't have another money, an
The
extra
student?
money. Yeah.
No, not the student.
Or the university won't have
Mm.
the extra money to donate the museum.
No, 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 no. The university is not the one who's gonna pay for
Oh,
it. Okay, the university could write letters to alumni, meaning former students, and
mm,
they are going to ask them money to donate to help build the museum.
oh,
Okay, so former students, alumni,
look.
students. Okay, not the university, not the current students, but the alumni. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. So what was the problem there with the alumni?
No, I
Huh?
just ignore the word during I'm reading the
Mm.
text.
I mean, like, what's your second reason? Because there are two reasons here, right? So,
Um,
first reason is it's unnecessary because there is a near museum. It's
yes,
accessible to students because
yes.
students don't have to pay on Mondays, right? What is the second reason? And that involves the alumni.
Okay. The second reason is the university already have to build a student center and library. So
Mm-hmm.
alumni probably won't have the extra money to donate the art museum.
Mm-hmm. Okay, because they already donated
The
beforehand. Okay. Yes. Okay. All right, that will be okay in here. What we just have to note to take note, Vivian, is our subject verb agreement. Okay, we have to be very careful with our subject verb agreement because there are times that your answers are in chunks, meaning like not complete sentences, and it somehow doesn't make your sentence have a complete thought or something. Okay. Yeah, but it was a good effort on you. Okay. Questions here for two?
no.
No? Okay, we'll go with question three this time. Okay, so optimal foraging. Okay, all right. Okay, let's try to. Can you please?
Okay.
Yes, okay. Can you please read optimal foraging, please?
Okay. Food provides animals with the energy they need to survive. However, animals also lose energy in the process of obtaining or
Foraging.
foraging for food. Therefore, in order to conserve energy, many animals behave in ways that minimize the energy they expend in the foraging process while at the same time maximizing their nutrition benefits. This
Mm-hmm.
energy efficient approach to obtaining food is known as optimal foraging. The, the practice of optimal foraging allows animals to expend the least possible amount of energy while at the same time obtaining prey with high food value,
Value.
value that will provide them with necessary nutrients
Nutrients.
or nutrients.
Nutrients. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. So yeah, the reading is all about optimal foraging. So yeah, optimal foraging is where, let's say, animals try to gather food from the environment. Okay. Yes. All right. And what was the example from the lecture? Um,
Um, okay. The professor mentions a kind of bird. It, it lives near the rock. The,
mm-hmm.
okay.
What's the
So
name?
I'm not quite sure the bird's name.
It's a kind of crow, actually. It's a
Crow?
crow.
Oh, it's a crow.
Yes, okay. It's a
Okay.
kind of species of crow. Okay, and what's
Oh,
the food of a crow?
selfish.
Not cell, shell,
Oh,
shell.
shell,
Yes, shellfish.
shellfish.
Mm-hmm. Okay, shellfish. Okay, what's the process of getting food for the
Okay.
crow?
Um, it will fly to the shallow water to pick the biggest shellfish and then fly to the specific height so that it can drop the shellfish on the rock.
Sorry, specific
Specific
height?
height. Yes.
No. Height.
Height.
Yeah, specific height. There was a mentioned number of how many meters was the
I
specific height. How much
meters
was it?
5.
5 meters. So you have to be very specific with the
Oh,
number as
okay.
well. Okay, so you can just say that um uh, there is a specific species of crows and they feed on shellfish. So what they do is they dive onto shallow water and then they try to pick the biggest shellfish and
Yes.
then they fly again and then they drop the shellfish onto the rocks within 5 meters. They will not drop it lower or higher so that they will not use a lot of energy. Okay, or they will conserve more energy. Okay. Okay, so what happened here is I think you were not able to make
It's
the conclusion sentence sense. Okay, like, so that's the concept of optimal foraging.
oh
Okay,
the
and I think,
reason.
yeah, because we're running out of time already, but that's okay. That's totally fine. Questions here for 3?
No.
None? Okay. We'll go with question 4 then. All right, so using points and examples from the lecture, explain the 2 ways that advertising can negatively affect negatively affect the environment. Okay, so your answer is
Um, for the first reason, it
mm-hmm,
will waste the resource, such like
resources.
resources,
Mm-hmm.
such like paper.
Sorry, such like.
Paper.
Sorry. Such like. Do we have a word such like?
Such as.
Such like is also okay, actually. We just don't use such
Oh,
such like a lot. Okay, but because we normally use such as. Okay, so
okay.
that's
Such
okay.
paper.
Mm-hmm. Such like paper.
Yes.
Okay, and then is it? Sorry. What's your answer? We are wasting natural resources such as
Such as paper, because
no, it was trees. Because papers are made from trees.
I should
Yeah.
mention. Okay.
Yes, okay. Such as wasting natural resources like trees in making paper. Mhm. Okay, and then
Okay. Okay. And the second reason is the advertising will block the beauty, beautiful environment.
no. Wait. Let's have reason number 1
Oh,
first.
okay.
Okay,
Um,
what was the example
okay.
there?
Professor mentions that she live in a rent house, so she don't need to re recorder re recorder her kitchen.
Hmm?
Is
What
record
is that?
to repair her kitchen, rebuild her kitchen.
You mean the advertisement of how to remodel the kitchen?
Yes, remodel the kitchen. Yes,
What's the connect of that to papers?
because the company will send the mail
Mm-hmm.
to rent house,
Mm-hmm.
but you don't need to remodel her house, so
Mm-hmm.
that usually will drop throw out the mail.
Just throw the, not throw
Throw
the mail, but the booklet. Booklet is the name. A big booklet. It's like a magazine.
oh,
Okay.
okay.
Okay, so that means there are lots of wasted trees because of it. Okay. And then what's the second reason?
Okay, the second reason is the big ad adver- advertising will
Mm-hmm.
block the environment
Mm-hmm.
view. And
Mm-hmm. By.
like in the mountain, there are a great view there, but the side of the road have the big advertising, which block the view, damage the view.
How do they advertise that blocks the view? They used
Um,
a specific term. They used billboards, actually.
billboard.
Billboards. Okay. Mm-hmm. Then.
And the billboards will damage the whole view of the mountains,
Not damage, but block.
block
Block.
the mountains.
Okay. Block the beautiful views or the mountain as well. Okay. All right. I think that would be it in here for question 4. Questions or clarifications, Vivienne?
Hmm, I know my organized skill is not quite good. Then how
Mm-hmm.
can I organize the content very well?
Which
How,
content?
um, for example, like the question one,
Mm-hmm.
mm, because I have a lot of piece information on the paper, but I
Mm-hmm.
can't say it fluently. So
Mm-hmm.
how can I organize them?
You cannot organize them if you cannot say them fluently. So first, what you need to work on is how you fluently say or how do you paraphrase them. Okay. Why? Because even though it's organized, if you don't say it correctly, then it's wrong already. Okay. I can't do anything about that because that is your, when I tell you something, like for example, you said recommend letter, right? I
recommendation.
said recommendation letter. So it's not just up to me because even if I tell you this, if you can't remember this, it's nothing. Okay, so what you need to do is you really have to analyze subject verb agreement. Okay, the strongest foundation for you to be able to deliver your thoughts is your sense of arrangement of sentences. Okay, subject verb agreement is pretty much needed. Okay, even if you got the points, if you don't really have that foundation, that will be wrong, all in all, okay? Because you cannot arrange your sentence pretty well if that's the case, okay? And one more thing, you said how you have many things to say, you have lots of ideas. Remember, we don't tell everything, right?
Just
You
pick
just
them
have
all.
to choose. You just have to choose. That's why I told you earlier in question number 1 that you don't need a lot of explanations. You just need one and you give examples. That's
Yes.
it. You don't need many reasons because your reasons were the same reason. So we can combine it into one and then just have like more
Expand.
examples. Yeah. Okay. Just that. That's just it. And then I think maybe your, what do you call that? Yeah, the template. I think you need to use a template. You have to be very strict with using the template. Okay? Because in writing, I can see your templates carefully, thoroughly. You're using templates a lot there, but when speaking, you don't. Okay? So what we need to do is we have to utilize the template. And I think I've been telling you about this one, transitional devices. Okay, like first, then also what's more, next, after which, after which, yeah, these kinds of things will help you have a more organized answer. But it doesn't mean that you can use this one here a lot of times. Why? Your answers should be brief, not too long, where you can use a lot of
Mm,
transitional devices.
mm,
Okay? Okay. All right. So again, what we need to work on is subject verb agreement, um, and yeah, template practice, plus transitional devices. Okay. Yes, I am just here to guide you, but it's up to you if you will remember everything that you will be needing when you, let's say, you would like to take the test. Okay. Any other questions before we go?
mm. Uh, what kind of class in midlife Chrisley will uh, suggest me to have to learn the the adverb or
I have a question. Do you still have time to take more classes with you?
oh I think I don't tell you the news. Okay. I the last Sunday I I have my first Duolingo test, and after 2 days, I received the score at
Mm-hmm.
105. That means I reached the requirement score that the school needed. So,
Okay. That means
but I also have another TOEFL test on April 12th. So I
April
think
12th. Mm-hmm.
after April 12th, I can change the class to
Mm,
the new
mm,
new course.
mm-hmm.
New course.
What do you need it for? Like, I mean,
Like
is it for casual talking, for business? Which
for
one?
I can talk fluently with people.
It depends upon the purpose. Because if you want to talk fluently with people in business setting, you will take business English. But if you mean casual, then general English would be a fit for you.
So,
Okay. All right.
yeah,
You can discuss that with the staff later on. Maybe they will just ask my opinion about it. Okay. Yeah. So anyway, we still have a long way to go, Vivian. Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So yeah. That would be it for our practice today. So it was task 48, not 47. Okay. All right. So yeah. We'll just take a 10-minute break and we will have our writing class
Okay.
this time. Okay? All
Okay.
right. Let's take a quick break and then I'll see you later after 10 minutes. Bye bye, Vivian. See you later. Bye.